Engineering isn't just about fixing problems, it's about understanding them first. The process of engineering involves a deep dive into the intricacies of an issue, analyzing every aspect to uncover the root cause. This is why engineers spend a significant amount of time in the initial stages of a project, gathering data and conducting thorough research. It's not just about applying a quick fix, it's about creating a sustainable solution that addresses the core of the problem. Yet some basic concepts seem to baffle many non-engineers. The complexity of engineering principles can often seem daunting to those not familiar with the field. This can lead to misunderstandings and misconceptions about what engineers actually do. For example, many people think that engineers just follow a set of instructions to build something, but in reality it's a highly creative and iterative process. For instance, solving an issue requires knowing the actual problem. Engineers must identify the underlying issues before they can even begin to think about solutions. This involves a lot of diagnostic work, similar to how a doctor diagnoses a patient before prescribing treatment. Without a clear understanding of the problem, any solution is likely to be ineffective or temporary. It's impossible to fix something if the root cause is never explained. This is why communication is so crucial in engineering. Engineers need to be able to explain complex issues in a way that non-engineers can understand. This helps ensure that everyone involved in a project is on the same page and can work together effectively to find a solution. Or take technology. Did you know your devices face thermal fatigue? This is a common issue that many people are unaware of. Thermal fatigue occurs when materials are repeatedly heated and cooled, causing them to weaken over time. This is not the result of planned obsolescence, as some might think, but a natural consequence of the material's properties. That's when materials weaken from constant heating and cooling, not because of planned obsolescence. Engineers have to take this into account when designing devices, ensuring that they can withstand the stresses of thermal cycling. This involves selecting the right materials and designing components in a way that minimizes the effects of thermal fatigue. Here's another. Hydrogen isn't a magical energy source. While hydrogen has great potential as a clean energy source, it is not without its challenges. Producing hydrogen requires a significant amount of energy, and the infrastructure for storing and transporting it is still being developed. It's important to understand that hydrogen is not a silver bullet solution, but rather one piece of the puzzle in the transition to renewable energy. It's more like a battery. Hydrogen can store energy, but it doesn't generate it. This means that the energy used to produce hydrogen must come from other sources, such as solar or wind power. Engineers are working on ways to make this process more efficient, but it's still a work in progress. Producing it requires more energy than it provides, though it's a promising storage method for renewables. This is why hydrogen is often seen as a complement to other renewable energy sources, rather than a replacement. It can help balance the supply and demand of energy, storing excess energy when production is high and releasing it when production is low. And engineering is full of trade-offs. Every decision an engineer makes involves balancing different factors, such as cost, performance, and durability. This is why engineering solutions are often not perfect, but rather the best compromise given the constraints. Ceramics make excellent blades, until they chip or shatter from brittleness. This is a good example of the trade-offs engineers have to consider. While ceramics are very hard and can hold a sharp edge, they are also brittle and can break easily. Engineers have to weigh these pros and cons when deciding whether to use ceramics in a particular application. That's why engineers balance practicality, cost, and durability. They have to consider all of these factors when designing a product, ensuring that it meets the required specifications while also being cost-effective and durable. Real-world problem-solving is iterative. Engineers often go through many cycles of testing and refinement before arriving at a final solution. This iterative process allows them to learn from each test and make improvements, gradually getting closer to the optimal solution. Sometimes testing things that seem pointless teaches us more than giving up after one failed attempt. This is a key part of the engineering mindset, being willing to experiment and learn from failure. Each test provides valuable data that can be used to improve the design. Next time you encounter a problem, think like an engineer. Break it down, experiment, and learn. By approaching problems methodically and being willing to iterate, you can find effective solutions to even the most challenging issues. What's the biggest misconception you've encountered about engineering? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences.